Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
Here's the former Illini kicker Chase McLaughlin to get us started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Already here, they're audible to something else. Right to the air goes Dart. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Looking to throw, Dart. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a 1st down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Saquon Barkley deep to return. This is brought in at the 21. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Patriots take over. Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
Throwing Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Jones escaping the pressure right. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
To throw now, Dart. A short throw to Ingram. He's got room at the 30. Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Cowboys! Evan Ingram, 46 yards. And the Cowboys use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0.
Cowboys 7, Patriots nothing.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He sets to fire deep. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Completes this one to Thornton. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And not enough on the throw that time as that one is incomplete.
That one came up just a little bit short. I'm wondering, is he still a little bit tight as this game starts? What would you say? Maybe he's got to take the governor off of it?
Or maybe the donut off the baseball bat like the guys
like
in the on-deck circle?
I like that. Yeah, just take that little extra weight off of him and start to play freely.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing his dart. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Now Dart. That is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
On third down, Achane. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Here's Jones. Throwing to start the drive. Throw left side complete. That's Bennett. Will go down as a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 39-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football. Here now, 2nd and 4. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Cowboys are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The drive starts with a run from Achane. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Throwing his Dart. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Dart going to look to throw here. That is caught. He's got room at the 30. And down to the 19-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 19-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. Throwing, Dart. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Up the middle, Achane. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. 15 yards out. And the Cowboys have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Cowboys 14. Patriots nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, New England.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England.
To Dante Thornton.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Chase McLaughlin set to kick off.
McLaughlin now to kick this one away. A chant hit, and the ball is held. And it's picked up by the Patriots. So a turnover there on the kickoff. And don't look now, but that just made things a little more interesting.
Very interesting, because when you're trailing in a game, these are mistakes that you pray for. You just went down and scored. Now you get the football right back with another great opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
New England.
Martellus Bennett as the first half is winding down. And the Patriots have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half.
Chase McLaughlin.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return is Achane. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one, and we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw, but I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run straight ahead with H.M. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Dart. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides, and there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Here's Dart. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
They'll run. H.M. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
H.M. is in. Touchdown, Dallas. So this game tied at the half, and we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this 3rd quarter.
A what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator. He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14.
21. Patriots 14. Cam Little to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it first and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a second and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thornton. Nice move at the 40. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw again. This one goes out wide for Barkley. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the Cowboys' 34-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Back now in Arlington. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Here's Dart. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Pittman.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw is Dart. Flush to his right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
Dart from the gun on third down. And complete on the right side to Bannon. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Achane on the counter. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 39-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. From the shotgun, a throw for Dart. Down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a counter touchdown. A great play there. 39 yards. And the Cowboys.
Sit down. Miles west of downtown Dallas, one of the league's grand settings, AT&T Stadium in Arlington. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm Looking around and hearing this crowd, they're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
On the ground, here is H.N. And that's going to get nothing. No gain on the first snap of the game. See what they have for 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Operating from the gun, it's Dart. Quick throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, here comes Dart. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
So often we see on these deep passes, the defender lose track of the ball in the air. They then tend to panic, and it either leads to a big pass completion or a defensive PI. In this case, he stays in phase. He's able to break the ball up and prevent a big play from happening.
On 2nd down, Dart. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A gain of 17 yards. That's good for a Dallas first down. To the air again goes Dart. Forced to his right. He runs with it. And he'll get about 6 out of that run before being forced out of bounds.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
A run here with H.N. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Out of the shotgun, it's Dart. That is hauled in at the 5. Exactly the way they scripted this one. A beautiful opening drive, Greg. Able to find the end zone on the game's first possession.
And, Mike, the word that comes to mind looking at that drive is execution, and that's exactly what they talked about all week long. They wanted to come out early in this game and establish an early rhythm, and that's exactly what they did with that touchdown drive.
Is good. Makes the score Cowboys 7, Cardinals nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. First snap, and Murray goes to the air. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. It is a big gain for Arizona. 39 yards. First down throw for Murray. Out of the backfield, it's Jeremiah Love. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
1 yard gain.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really.
To the goal line and in. Jeremiah Love. Touchdown, Cardinals. On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it, and the Cardinals come right back to tie it at 7.
Chase McLaughlin set to
Each
kick
team
off.
one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. A short one taken at the 10. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the pistol, here's Achad. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. On to the second quarter. Cowboys possess the football. They've got it 2nd down and less than a yard. To throw is Dart. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a 1st down.
40-yard line.
On the carry, it's Achad. A gain of 4 as he's taken down.
The tackle made at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd
From
and
the
6.
44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Dart. Rolling right. Downfield for Njoku. That is brought in. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Cardinals 7. Cam Little to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Murray. That is incomplete.
Murray's pass.
I think now we're starting to see this defense start to make some adjustments. We saw him give up a few plays earlier in the game, especially to this back. So he's someone they have to understand. He's not just going to hurt you on the ground. He also is a threat in the passing game. So nice job there making some adjustments on the back end, and they forced the incomplete.
Now Murray to throw on second down. That is over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
Murray's pass intercepted. The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 44-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line.
They face second down, 8 yards to go.
Brings up second and 8.
Now Dart out to his right. He's going to run it. And he's out of bounds down inside the 35.
It's a gain of 20.
They get an even 20 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the
Generating
34-yard
explosive
line.
plays, whether it's through the air or on the ground, is the goal of every offense, Mike. But when you're able to generate those plays with your quarterback's legs, man, that's an element that makes these offenses hard to defend.
Well run with Achane. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down. Arizona will take its first time out. Clock will stop. Here's second and 9. Throwing is Dart. That is caught. What a throw. Marvin Harris Jr. Touchdown, Dallas. His second catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. Extra point by Little is good. And the Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Throwing now, Murray on first down. Moving. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line. Not fun here. Third and a lot. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Hit as he throws, that one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good third down stop, and it sets up fourth down. This is caught. He's got a long way to go.
You know, I think there's certain times, Mike, throughout the game that call for a very aggressive style of play.
And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Achane to start the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw, Dart. Throw left side, taken in by Pittman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Dart going to look to throw here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll go. Here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the Knights' opening drive. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To throw, Dart. And that's going to be incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance, because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Dart. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Marvin Harrison Jr. A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
To throw is Dart. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Raider first down. 1st and 10.
To the air once more is Dart. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. DJ Moore, 26 yards. And the Raiders will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And now the Raiders actually going to line up here to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the 2.
And he will get in to make it 8-0.
Is successful. That makes the score Raiders 8, Cowboys nothing. Will Reichard to kick off.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. To throw now, Dart. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
The 31-yard line.
Throwing his dart. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Darts pass. Intercepted.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. To the air, dart. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
Throwing his dart. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Dart. And now another one thrown incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Las Vegas 1st down.
Off the play fake, it's dart. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's dart. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. There's that man, Travis Hunter. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Achane. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now they'll change things up.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Now Dart. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Look at the big fella go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Martellus Bennett, 74 yards. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A gutsy call, 4th and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it. Because to me, it was stacked up for a run situation. Strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air. And what a result. Big-time play.
Cam Little to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
He'll air this one toward Coleman. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
2nd and 10.
Second and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Throwing, Dart. That's taken in. It's Keon Coleman. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Dart. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This quarterback now just 7 of 16 passing thus far, but he's got a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's able to get it to Coleman. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's Dart once more. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Out of the gun, here's Dart. And that's going to be incomplete.
A great job defensively taking away his receivers, and he was forced to put that one into Lake Erie, but that's what good quarterbacks do. They don't take unnecessary chances if they don't have to.
Dart will throw it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Raiders! Marvin Harrison Jr. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now the Raider offense will stay out there as they'll line up to go for 2.
The Raiders will line up for the two-point conversion.
And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line, and this will remain a one-score game as the lead holds at 7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Looking to throw, dart. And the Raiders have got him. Jalen Walker. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's second down.
They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now here's Bradley Pinion now. DJ Moore is back deep waiting for it. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. From the gun, Dart. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness. He was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in.
Brings up second and 10.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
Dart going to look to throw here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw, Dart. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Dart to throw on 4th down. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
And the Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They'll run. This is Jeremiah Love. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Dart from the gun on third down. Pass to the sideline, pulled in. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And the Raider first down. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Throwing from the gun here, Dart. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Here's Dart. He'll get this out to Love. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's third and goal. They'll try to throw for it with Dart. Touchdown!
Set to kick off.
And off we go from Las Vegas. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now Achane on 1st and 10. Across midfield. He's on his way. And he's all the way down to the 13-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 66 yards.
66 yards. And the Cowboy first down.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. On first down, back to Achane. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Third and long.
Working out of the gun is Dart. He's got Harrison left side complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. An audible here to get a new look. And now with a play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. And forthcoming, a field goal try for the Cowboys. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Thornton, the motion man right. A fake on the jet sweep as they'll go play action with Hurts. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk with his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Third and 3. Hurts sets up to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing is Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. They'll try and run for it with Krosky Merritt. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
First down. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here as they go to work on a first and goal. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
leads to second and goal.
Hurts. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And now 3rd and goal following incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Now Dart. This short. And the ball is knocked out. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
To Michael Pittman. Fumble on the play. Recovered by the offense.
Up the middle, Achane. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
He was taken down.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. 2nd and 9. To the air, Dart. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. To throw is Dart. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And now a high kick trying to pin him back. Well, pretty woeful there, just 23 yards on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Here's Hurts to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Javon Hargrave coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. From the gun, it's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
He'll swing this out to Krosky Merritt. And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. It's a big play there for Vegas. And even 40 yards.
first and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
You know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Max Crosby, his second sack of the night. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Out of the gun, here's Dart. And he rifles one incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw now, Dart. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Dart. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this 1st half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. Trying to lob it in there, but it's incomplete. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Cam Little to kick off.
These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This is a game, Charles, that's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
From the 30 on second down, Hurts. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
He'll look to throw. That's complete yet again to Thornton. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
That's another Raiders first down.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. This short pass into the hands of Njoku. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, 26 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Raiders 7, Cowboys 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. To throw, Dart. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. Now Dart. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 4th down, here's Dart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got his man. It's Williams. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So quite a turn of events. This is first and goal from the 3. They're going to look to throw. Touchdown Raiders! DK Metcalf from 3 yards out.